Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Welcome. My name is Lorne Risley, host of the Halcyon Show. How are you doing? I am having an apocalyptic last couple of weeks. I just cannot tell you. It's become a very expensive 2 weeks. Not only financially, because of course, life has a funny way of saying, oh, you've got something to worry about now, do you? Here's 10 more things. Just to make sure that the buoyancy aid you're currently clinging to for whatever you're trying to use to get through your trials and tribulations is not quite enough. And then I've had this cold. It's still lingering. So much so I haven't trained. I haven't gone cycling. I haven't trained. I haven't done anything in over a week, and it's crushing me. Nevertheless, I had some spare time this evening in between days at work. And so I thought I'd hop on to do a live stream for a battle that I previewed, albeit slightly, the other day, as in anticipation for Premier Battles' final undisclosed event, full disclosure. And I just thought, you know what, sod it. It, again, looked like a fun battle, so I want to hop on and cover it, because I thought it would be fun. So if you're seeing this on Twitter, feel free to hop on over to YouTube, where I'll be reacting to it with the main page stream, so you can see what I'm seeing and hear what I'm hearing and react along with it. If not, I hope you're having a wonderful evening, whatever you're up to, and I hope you'll consider checking out one of my live streams in the future, or any of the content that I'll be producing going forward. So thank you, people of Twitter. I'll hopefully catch you over on YouTube momentarily. So that's where we sign off from our friends at Twitter. And there you go. That stops that broadcast, and we switch back my attention to the lovely people of YouTube. Hello, people of YouTube. So, I should have gotten the details up, which I'll pull now. The only other caveat, I didn't mention this on Twitter just because, yeah, there's no need to flag it everywhere. This might be the first stream ever where I might need to duck out to take a phone call. Personal call, I'm looking forward to it. It's a good one. So I'll just need sort of 10 minutes, maybe a little bit longer, to just take the call and do the stuff that I need to do on the call, and then I will return. So there might be a slight sabbatical in the middle of this stream for the first time ever. I hope you'll forgive me. I hope you'll be patient, or you can duck out and come back. It's absolutely fine. Again, or pause it and rewatch it afterwards. The handy thing with these live streams is obviously you don't need to worry about it being once and gone forever. You can always watch it afterwards. So give it here. Let's go to UK battle rap legend Oshea returns to Premier Battles to face Kingslee Thunder, live in Liverpool as part of the Heavy That 2 card. And the video itself debuted on the 13th of April 2025. Howdy shrooms, my friend. How are you keeping, my friend? Enjoy your burgers. I had a weird one today. I'm trying to keep my protein intake up without just having my normal protein stuff, which is chicken breast and just tuna. Today I had soup and what the fuck else did I have? I had tuna in a roll. Pretty rock and roll, right? Anyways, bit of background to this battle. Yeah, and that's the reminder for the personal call, albeit apparently this is how life works now. I'm down the pecking order in terms of the importance in my own life. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun how that's worked out. Bit of background to this battle. Kingslee Thunder was due to immigrate. Oshea was due to retire. It would appear that both of those things don't necessarily hold true today, but that's notwithstanding the fact that a lot of people wanted to see this battle for a variety of different reasons, notwithstanding the fact that, you know, the accusation leveled at Kingslee Thunder for a long time was that he was some kind of replication or imitation of Oshea due to the accent, the leaning on comedy. The other thing as well is the older generation or the veteran battlers taking on the younger generation or the more current generation of battlers in order to, you know, adequately, you know, hand the baton over, as it were. So there were a lot of upsides to this battle. And just before you get into anything else as well, both guys have a penchant for comedy. Both of them know how to really exploit their own personas on stage to maximum effect. Oshea probably slightly more aggressively than Kingslee, or at least more competently aggressively than Kingslee, but that could be said of someone that's got 20 years and probably change battling, whereas Kingslee has only been battling a relatively short period of time. So we've got to see how this plays out. Now, I've seen Kingslee's opener, which I think is the second round of the battle as a whole. So we'll have to see how this goes. I'm going to whiz through it, but like I said, if while you're watching you see the screen go back to the Halcyon logo, it's because I'm just gonna duck out and take a phone call. So just bear with me on that. So anyways, I suggest we get into this. Actually, while I remember, I forget it was Hadishrooms or Hylas that mentioned. You'll note I have fucked with this a little bit to make it a little bit bigger. I can't make it any bigger without redesigning all of the stuff at the bottom. I do plan to do that though. I'm going to take a serious look at trying to redesign it all to make it a panel down the right hand side, so that I can have a panel on the left hand side which has got the chat and my face, and then the main bit in the middle is it's still going to be obscured. I don't believe in completely infringing on Premier Battles' content. So I do feel the need to obscure some of the video to make sure that, you know, I'm not just ripping off their content. But yes, it occurred to me that was a request 2 or 3 streams ago. I haven't really addressed it, so just bear with me on that. I will get around to it, I promise. Anyway, sorry.
Premier Battles, we are back in Liverpool. If you're with us in the building, make some noise. Yeah! We're about to get into the main event clash of this, and this is what I've been really looking forward to since we locked this in. On the left-hand side, the man who put this event together from Liverpool. Show some love for Kingslee Thunder.
Oh, and I forgot to mention they're both from Liverpool, and it's being hosted in Liverpool.
Liverpool UK battle rap on the map. Hometown hero, make some noise for Oshea!
Oshea, etc. Oh, really?
Round battle.
No Oshea chant.
Decided it's kicking off round 1.
Bummer.
Round 1 on Oshea, let's go.
Let's go.
Can everyone hear, yeah?
Listen,
Oshea v Kingslee Thunder. Kingslee Thunder, you fucking mushroom-headed gypsy bumder. Listen, I'ma leave Kingslee Thunder 6 feet under. Dead man walking, Undertaker. Scouts battle rap father, I hate the sun. Fuck the paper. I hate the sun and his mum and Thunder. Fuck Mother Nature. You wanna cherry pick your last opponent for your last battle? Dickhead, pick another flavour. See, it's the return of those half-assed, hard to watch, terrible flips. I'm like a woman skater, but I just can't help but get it in. I'm like a stubborn raper. Listen, see, I've come all the way back to bring disorder like a fucking...
Oh, yeah, Stro, thank you. Right. I don't know if I need to say very much. I think that... Right. The thoughts currently running through Stro's mind right now range from... Well, I doubt kindly that the advertiser friendly content scanners of YouTube, the overlords, the givers, the all-seeing, the all-knowing, the all-powerful algorithm is going to take too kindly to that bar. Secondly, I always think about, when I think of Oshea, I think about one bar in particular because it encapsulates him, because it is so random, it's coarse, it's pure disrespect. It's listen, coming in with the randomness, fuck you and fuck unanimous, and he's just pointing to some random guy in the crowd that looks vaguely like unanimous, just because he sees a guy and he is random as hell. Like, I need to hear that again just because I need to see the crowd react to that. Right.
You want to cherry pick your last opponent for your last battle? Dickhead, pick another flavour. See, it's the return of those half-assed, hard to watch, terrible flips. I'm like a woman skater, but I just can't help but get it in. I'm like a stubborn raper. Listen, see, I've come all the way back to bring...
Now that's interesting. So okay. Based on the reactions, see if you can pick out the ones that are battlers from a crowd that maybe isn't as familiar with O'Shea's work. Basically, anyone that's ever thrown a bar out in anger on a stage has gone, oh no. Whereas the people that have never thrown a bar don't know what to do with that. They've gone, it melted their brains. They don't know what they just heard. That's, yeah. Oshea in 2025. What can you say?
Disorder like a fucking waiter. Listen, I gave this bird so much wood, she nicknamed me the cupboard maker. Terrible lines. Terrible lines.
Absolutely terrible. There's the Oshea chant, finally. Come on, it's his last match. Come on, you gotta give me a chance.
Terrible rhymes, but these rhymes are fucking fat bitches. Chubby chaser. Listen, I'm a mix of Darth Vader, Big Van Vader, and Adam Pamphlet fucking Taylor. Listen, if your mum was in trouble
I think that so far, that's 3 wrestling bars. I gotta be honest, if I ever had Oshea on, the craziest thing is, I don't know how much battle rap we'd actually talk. He's a massive video game fan. He's a massive wrestling fan. He's a massive football fan. I don't know how we'd ever keep the conversation on battle rap for more than 30 seconds before it's, how the fuck could you think that about Roman Reigns' heel turn? Or what do you mean that's the greatest JRPG of all time? Like, he's so, not pop culture reference heavy, but he is so his passion heavy. And his passions are throwing out crazy comedy lines for comedic effect, wrestling, battle rap, gaming, football. But anyway, sorry, that's I think 3 wrestling lines.
The water and I still wouldn't save it. See, I'm so intelligent. I can create water. I'll do you a favour, knock you out during working hours just to make your day shorter. I'm back on my grind. Skateboarder with a blade so deadly they call it day walker. Listen, Kingslee Thunder, you're gay. You're a shithouse. Neil Morpay, and you beating me is as likely as me.
You're a shithouse, Neil. See what I mean? You know, this is the thing. I know some people would say that Oshea has plateaued in terms of, like, you are never going to get a complex multisyllabic rhyme out of him. You're never going to get a concept round out of him that's nebulous and sort of, I know you know what you're going to get. But you never know what you're going to get with what you know you're going to get, if that makes sense. Like, where did Neil Mopay come from? Like, I mean, I know he's a shithouse. He was a renowned shithouse, but still, just random. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, fantastic facials there from Oshea. Fantastic.
Kingslee Thunder, you're gay. You're a shithouse. Neil Morpay, and you beating me is as likely as me ever battling Sean Craig. It never happened.
Oh,
never
why not?
Never will, has it, Briggz?
Isn't that a shame? Sean Craig versus Oshea? Man, there's not a pub laddish enough in the land to host that battle. There is no venue with enough collateral damage insurance to ensure that the absolute calamity that would be the fallout from that battle could be contained. But it doesn't mean I wouldn't want to see it. Sean Craig versus Oshea? Come on, man, it writes itself. What a battle that would have been.
Listen. And as for you, Briggsy, you little cum slag whore, listen, my final battle, lad, this is the first of my comeback tour.
Wait. Here's hoping. Here's hoping.
This the first day of the rest of my life. Oh, stand behind the mic like Walter Klondike. Listen, you'll bear the damn bike. Pick for tackle. Van Dyke. Separated.
Hang on. It's Walter Cronkite, not Walter Klondike, right? Klondike's a chocolate bar or some sort of sweet beverage in America. Walter Cronkite was a newscaster.
Day of the rest of my life. Oh, stand behind the mic like Walter Klondike. Listen, you'll bear the damn bike. Pick for tackle. Van Dyke. Separated. Too soon. Separated legs. Open them up, climb in, arm the fucking crabs and fight! Listen, referee it, damn right, gas mask, flashlight, power bomb, jackknife, rape the claw on the left crab. That's time!
I thought he was going there. Okay, well there you go. That's and that's Oshea. That's an Oshea round for you. If he ever really stops, I'll be really sad, because yes, there are some bars in that round that are unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Yeah, just okay. No, can't say that. But again, they brought him back expressly for that purpose originally, so it stands to reason they do it now. But it's a hell of an opener from Oshea. Hilarious, aggressive, over the top, buoyant, flamboyant, everything. Perfect Oshea round. Fantastic. I think I've seen this round, but remind me. Yo.
So we got the best Scouse battle rapper of all time
Against Oshea.
versus Oshea. Shit got me like finally.
I wonder. Do you know what, man? I need battle rap historians. Who's the first person that ever threw that out there? I'm sure that it emanates from a joke, because most battle rap punchlines are effectively, again, the subversion of expectation thing. But the whole, finally, the pretty boy of battle rap versus Heretic. The god of gods versus, you know what I mean? Like, I'd be interested to find out where a lot of these original, where the lines originate from. It'd be interesting to hear when the first usage of it was.
Daddy's spending time with me. Now fuck the chat.
It does remind me, by the way, I can't remember who. I think it was Lunacy actually who said Oshea versus Big J looked like a father-son domestic, which was one of those lines where you just, if you don't get battle rap or you weren't a fan of it at the time, that one goes over your head. But if you watch Don't Flop and you were into it, that's one of those ones where the penny drops immediately in real time. Like, no one had really thought of that, and yet it makes sense in the moment. That's why, again, Lunacy's great, not only at rhyming stuff, but he's got a way of just being able to point out the obvious in a way that you go, how the fuck did I not see that before? Anyways, fuck the chat, according to Kingslee.
I come to snap at this fucking twat. He took me to play catch in a minute now. What's up with that? Nah, I'm gonna try and stick to the jokes. I ain't gonna stand there and pretend that I don't think you're the ghost, so let's get into it, bro. Everybody says that I just mimic you, Osh. And honestly, I've been trying to take a different approach. Sometimes I hit them with jokes, sometimes it's literal smoke that's been written and delivered within intricate flows, lad. I've also dropped bars that nearly made the fucking building explode. Literally, though. I've also never turned up and been so pissed that I've choked.
He's not wrong. I mean, that's the thing with the Kingslee stuff that I remember us discussing in the interview, albeit very briefly. I don't think we gave much air to this fucking flame. The comparison just seems to be they're both Liverpudlian, and that's it. They don't look the same. They're not the same height. They don't have the same content. I mean, Kingslee doesn't fixate on wrestling, and that's for damn sure. I don't think he fixates on gaming all that much. Kingslee's game is more about Kingslee. Whereas Oshea always fixated on his opponents. Oh, come on, Hadda Shrooms. God damn it. Hang on. I'm trying to have a nice, fun stream here. And the 5 people that will watch him, now I've got to check to make sure this is correct. Because if it's true, I've got to tell my mum because she's a massive... Ah. God damn it. Ozzy Osbourne passed away. Fuck. That sucks. Hadda Shrooms. She was a huge Ozzy Osbourne fan. Now I gotta tell her that he's fucking and he seems so cool. You know what I mean? I mean, like I say, a lot of these old rockers tend to be they just seem to be like the kind of guys that you want to hang out with. But man. Bummer. Alright. Got to shake it off now. God damn it. Alright, well, we'll put a pin in that. We can always share some Ozzy Osbourne anecdotes towards the back end if you like. I only have I didn't have too much exposure to Ozzy Osbourne in terms of pop culture. I only ever encountered him on The Osbournes, Guitar Hero, and then when I saw Little Nicky for the first time. So I guess we'll touch on that later. But anyways, sorry, we're talking about Gulag. TMR is in the house. We're talking about Kingslee versus Oshea, so let's bring it back, shall we? Because I've lost my place.
Literally, though, I've also never turned up and been so pissed that I've choked.
TMR, thanks for asking. Still shit. I'm still muddling through it. Apparently, I'm spreading it as well. Not only am I sick, my housemate's sick, my boss at work, who I share an office with, is sick. I hosted viewings today. I'm not entirely sure none of them are not going to be sick, considering it was pissing it down all day. Oh well. I appreciate you asking. Like I say, I'm muddling. Hence why I'm still on these. If you've never tried these, or if you don't use these when you're ill, I swear by them. They're terrible, but they're magnificent. Anyways, TMR. Also, cheap plug, shameless plug. TMR is hosting an event at the weekend in conjunction with No Loose Chat. I would strongly ask that you consider buying a ticket and going and supporting him. The young man is working his socks off and putting on some pretty cool stuff. And he is worthy of your support, adoration, and indeed money. Because this thing don't ride itself, okay? You got to support the man. And he's doing his best to try and provide you with content. There's a lot of people that have been talking about, what are we going to do while Prem is off? Hey, TMR is trying to provide you with content and events. Maybe he's worth a look. Maybe he's worth a support. So, anyways. Appreciate you asking, TMR. To the 6 people that are currently watching, hi. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you as always. I'm going to... and by the way, I should probably suggest this. I try and respond to everything in the chat. So if you want to leave a comment, harass me, ask me what my fucking favourite potato is. Fair enough. Go nuts. I will try and address everything that's in the chat. Anyways, back to Kingslee.
Still, everybody. Literally, though, I've also never turned up and been so pissed that I've choked. Still, everybody says I'm just a miniature Osh. And I guess they're right. Because when you said you took a shit on a shark, I took that as a literal quote. I started out small time, just fingering boats.
Here it comes with the randomness.
When you said you shot on a shark, I took that as a literal quote. I started out small time, just fingering boats. Every now and then a swordfish would nibble me rope. Sometimes you hit and you hope, but I clearly don't have the nautical dexterity that you're gifted with, bro.
He's building the battle.
Oshea, but I am proficient in this role. I didn't take a shit on a shark, but I will piss in your fishbowl. I've got a mind of my own. Like when I'm in the zone, you get a sign on your phone that says don't try this at home. But it's like whenever I rap, I have to pay respect to Osh. Like, yeah, man, nice one for inventing jokes.
In fairness, though, he does get a lot of accolades as being like the first guy to really be super funny in a battle. And in fairness, it's not like he invented jokes, but at the same time, Oshea did invent a style that was... He didn't really care if he rhymed. I don't know how I'd articulate it better than that, other than he's a bulldozer. He just marches forward, irrespective if he stumbles, misses a word, screws up a pronunciation, whatever. He's just... His goal, his mission is to press his advantage and his energy and really dominate an opponent. And yeah, he didn't invent jokes. I'm not saying he did, but I'm saying he did. He is responsible for a certain mentality in battle rap that you don't really see anyone do that. You know what I mean? Like anyone that just kind of is constantly marching forward and is almost challenging the people in the crowd to keep up with him, as it were. You know what I mean? But I mean, he dug that bar. I did too.
A revolutionary. Go praise the martyr. Oshea Guevara. I said, go praise the martyr. Oshea Guevara. Nah, it's more straight out of Compton. Watch Junior Osh play his father. So it's your last battle ever, eh? Bro, we about to cry. But he's not retiring. Only said it's his last battle because he knows he's about to die. Yo, let's get this out the way. My favourite battlers in the world are Pat's Day and Oshea. Yeah. Since this got announced, I've had low amounts of sleep. Because I always said when I get to Mount Rushmore, I'll know I've found my peak. But long live Pat's Day. Because whatever you do, you should never confuse emotional with weak. Like I'll slit your throat with tears rolling down my cheek. Like I got me fucking demons in order. I'll bury Osh deep in the water and then I'll deal with the trauma. Ask me why?
Why?
Because I'm a decent performer.
He is a decent performer. Very talented young man.
This order, you better keep it in order. If we're beefing, I'm Liam Neeson, and you just tried stealing me daughter. After this, they're gonna be pouring some Henny. You're a quarter of Remy. This is George killing Lenny, lads.
Literature references. Does Zayn Azari not know what that's in reference to? He looks so confused by that. If you, again, I feel like I should be challenging my audience. George and Lenny, what's that in reference to? Answers in the comments, please.
Lad, we have different attributes. I like a whiskey glass or two. Lad, we have different attributes. I like a whiskey glass or two. You like to sniff a bag of glue. You get the sickest pack of two. But see, I didn't have a clue, so I just split a bag with you. And now I'm down a monkey like the Cincinnati Zoo.
Okay, that's really random. Just a thought occurs. I don't think I've ever seen Kingslee Thunder with a drink in his hand at an event before. I'm trying to think, because he's just made a reference to, you know, drinking whiskey. But I don't think I've ever seen him with a tumbler, and I don't think I've ever seen him with a beer. Just the more you know.
Harambe.
Oh right, okay, fair enough.
Harambe. Like a bird eats pork. You've got a harambe. Listen,
my
but he's
God.
gonna say I've abandoned Liverpool to travel. Probably say that I'm a neek and a loser, because he's an old school scouser. Yeah, buys his meat in the boozer.
Very reasonable prices. Very reasonable.
And when it comes to drugs, he snorted everything. But I'd be a pisshead too if I supported everything.
Oh man, I forgot that. Yeah, O'Shea's Everton, Kingslee Thunder's Liverpool. Yeah, and we'd just been done by Liverpool, I think, when I interviewed him. Ugh, I should have lent more into that. Little did I know they'd win a fucking title the year after. God damn it.
Listen.
Adams gets the points, by the way. Yes, he does.
It's all in the game. It's all in the game. Harambe wasn't a monkey, he was a gorilla. I suppose you think primates are all the same.
O'Shea, you jammy little bastard.
Here anymore. I'm just visiting the scene as a tourist. Listen, plus my own personal self-esteem is important, so I couldn't go out after that most recent performance and ask Cooper's bars, boys, I've got an ego like my dick, my penis enormous. Listen, so I ain't come to play around, prepare to die. He's not a scouser. I asked him where he's from and he said, Merseyside. Yeah. Listen, second Wesley Snipes bar of the battle, my grade certified. I sent his chick a dick pic and won the Turner Prize. Listen, I'll scout this dickhead. One cut will leave this knob circumcised. Lad, I eat eggs before they hatch with the birds inside. Listen. This the Allies, be the Axis. Two worlds collide. I just follow an orders like 1940s German guys. I don't give a fuck about your family.
Okay, right. Let's just all take a moment. Let's just take a moment for that one, because again, was that necessary? Well, seeing as taking orders and guys are not two words that wouldn't be too hard to link, he did that on purpose. Okie dokie then. Okay.
I'll massacre them. You'll hear the cries, and frankly, you.
Oh no, he's going on it. Oh no.
Where to hide?
Please God, don't let him continue on this route. Please God.
Following orders soldiers like 1940s German guys. Listen, I'll massacre your whole family. You'll hear the cries, and frankly, you won't know where to hide. Listen, I'm the mix of a camel spider and a Tamil tiger. I watched Man on Fire and set me nan on fire. I'm a rabid viper, venomous serpent. It's Oshea, yeah. I don't play fair. I sold bear cocaine to the cocaine bear. Yeah. When I see a war, I go straight there. Arrive, have a look, go away, I don't stay there. Fucking dangerous, isn't it, lads?
So dangerous. So dangerous.
I don't think he even knows what he's saying at this
Do you
point.
even bench? I'm the devil with the mask on.
Steve Briggz.
Yeah! Listen, you don't want to battle me. It's a travesty. Choose a life, not a knife.
He's challenging him to finish his line.
Darren G.
I must have said so fucking hell.
It was just a rhyme.
They're having a fucking debate in the middle of the goddamn battle. What is happening right now? Like Kingslee Thunder was supposed to be taking notes. Fucking hell. Okay. Darker. It was darker, but yeah, straight on with the randomness, and yeah, he's taking it to the young man. Let's see what Kingslee's got in response. Jesus Christ.
Sorry, I fucked that up because I was thinking of this rebuttal.
Okay.
Listen, Steve French bars. It's clear to see that Stephen has got eager, but he's just a Jack Russell. Snapping at the heels of a rock wheeler. Yeah, this round's so weird, you know. Yo, I got the sickest catalogue since Argos. Yo, what do you call a Mexican who just had his vehicle stolen?
Right, before he gets to that, isn't it sad that we're only maybe 2 or 3 years away from the younger generations going, what's he talking about? Like, time is moving so quickly these days that there is a generation of young people that will grow up having never had that unadulterated thrill of opening the Argos catalogue around your birthday at Christmas time, circling things, you know, lower down, building up a repertoire, maybe a theme of things, and then getting to the big shit, circling it, knowing you're probably not going to get it, at least not for your birthday, maybe for Christmas, and just sort of handing it over like a school report at the end of a fucking week or something like that. There's a whole generation of kids that will never know that happiness. Same with going to a toy shop. Isn't that sad? This is an old man talking right now, I know, but we're watching a veteran. I'm a veteran. I feel like it's warranted. Anyway, I'll shut up. I miss Argos catalogues is what I'm saying.
So weird, you know.
Anyways, what were you saying,
I got the
Kingslee?
sickest catalogue since
Argos.
Yo, what do you call a Mexican who just had his vehicle stolen? Speaking of whips, today I wasn't sure whether to show up in the Porsche or Tesla.
Uh-huh.
I ended up going for the Ford Fiesta. Yo, have you been pausing O'Shea?
Economical.
Don't be pausing Slester. Because it ain't a stand-up comedian video game. But I will spawn the heckler. Had you ain't been relevant since the 2007 Tony Awards for Best Revival of a Musical. When Grease was #1.
He wasn't lying, was he? This round is weird. It's clearly to kind of get Oshea off his game a little bit by going, right, he goes random. But can he go this random? Anyway, sorry, Kingslee. I just had to remark on that because you did warn everybody it's going to get weird.
Stand-up comedian video game. But I will spawn the heckler.
By the way, Heckler and Cock the gun spawned like video
You ain't
game.
been relevant since
Very good.
You ain't been relevant since the 2007 Tony Awards for Best Revival of a Musical. When Grease was #1. Nah, you ain't been relevant since the 2004 Euros. When Grease was #1. Nah, you ain't been relevant since the 1978 figures were released for highest grossing Hollywood motion picture.
Fuck's sake, lad.
When Grease was #1. Nah, You ain't been relevant since before the second industrial revolution in 1870 and the introduction of contemporary lubricants for things like ships and large machinery.
Amazing. Amazing.
Now this next bar, yeah. This next bar, yeah.
Right, in that case, that's my call, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to put you on pause for a second, and I'll be right back to you in about 10 minutes. Bear with me. And we're back. Thank you for bearing with me. Sorry to have to dip. Again, the fact that I have to schedule that phone call these days rather than take priority is kind of crazy to me. However, I'm nothing if not dutiful. Let's leave it at that. Anyways, where the hell were we? I've just literally, by the way, Hadashrooms, if you're still watching, I've got it on that phone call too. Like, Ozzy Osbourne passing away is a huge deal, and I'm sorry about it. I just, you know, I kind of wish I didn't know about it, because now I feel bad that we're carrying on with the stream. Anyways, because we were away for a few minutes, I like how, by the way, more people were watching when I was away than when I've come back. Maybe I just leave the screen on. Maybe I get more viewers that way if I'm just not on the thing. Anyways, let me rewind it a little bit, because I don't want to miss the thread of where Kingslee was going.
You ain't been relevant since before the second industrial revolution in 1870 and the introduction of contemporary lubricants for things like ships and large machinery.
Greece.
Now this next bar, yeah. This next bar, yeah.
Yes.
Came up with this when I was about 14. True story.
Okay.
Always said if I ever battle Oshea, I've got to drop it, so here we go.
Excellent.
You'll also get slapped in the face with a lamb curry. Like, you look like Johnny Vegas had a baby with Al Murray. They were relevant when I came up with that. Now, real talk, organising an event basically means that I've been living with stress. Dealing with 9-2 alone, I've been considering meth.
He is not alone in the realization that management is the thankless task of thankless tasks, because you're never paid enough and you always have too much responsibility, and yet you worry too much about both. Stick me in a corner cubicle with a mountain of paperwork to do, or with a spreadsheet with 1,000 lines of data that's monotonous and boring. Please God, don't ask me to curate and navigate the ins and outs of man management. I am not built for it, because I do not tolerate stupidity or laziness all that well. Kingslee Thunder organising a battle rap event. I would love to have asked him about the mental torture he inflicted upon whoever displeased him. It would be fun to hear. Well, this guy I'd feed through a thresher. So, anyways, he's been living with stress, considering meth.
Organising an event basically means that I've been living with stress. Dealing with 9-2 alone, I've been considering meth. Trying to communicate with those gets me a little bit vexed. The only guy I know whose phone still runs out of minutes and texts.
He's old.
Let's talk about inconsistency. Because you are inconsistent, Steve.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
without the stats, it gets hella depressing. His last clean performance, 2011.
Wow.
But that was 10 or 11. When it comes to battle rap records, yours gets me depressed at the thought sending me west. If you think that he's the man, Zinedine's a dan. That's a bald head to your chest. You want to come at me with mum jokes, host, and crack on? But when your ma's approaching a fella, the boys shout, man on.
That's great. Oh, you never hear an original mum joke anymore. That's
Catch me on
great.
job at your boozer, timekeeping. Catch him on job at your boozer, minesweeping. Well, I work on bars. I like the booze. You live on bars. Your life is booze. But my whole life I've viewed all types of news from little posh fucking muppets in the private schools describing Scousers as pissheads, and we're violent too. But I know this city, I don't find it true. But when I think about all the times that you've been viral through the lines you've spewed, my mind improves. Because you've constantly been in their line of view. I think describing Scousers, they're describing you. Nah, we do like a bevy though. Time.
Liverpudlians do like a beverage. That's absolutely fair to say. O'Shea
Awful lot
back.
of shit about Greece, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So interesting. I'm not really. Again, it's one of those battles where you don't really feel the need to grade it. I'd give the first to O'Shea and the second to Kingslee if you're following along. Let me know what you think. It was very strange.
Listen.
Also, I just want to make one other quick point. Look at how pretty. If that belt isn't used in some capacity, I don't care how, that is a crying shame. And I mean it as Bobby's being champ, you gotta use Bobby for something as a champ. So have him as an ambassador, have him as the intercontinental battler, something, anything, if nothing else. Bobby deserves it, but secondly, look at how good that belt looks. That looks better than the UFC title, and it looks better than the WWE title. Fight me on it, nerds, because that is an imperious piece of design, and I'm a fan of it. And it's a damn shame that, at the moment at least, it's going to be effectively all the titles in UK Battle Rap are discontinued. Isn't that? Because I didn't really clock that the other day. It wasn't so much that it was just the Intercontinental title, because but there's no that. I mean, if Prem is not having Gemini and Gemini is not Don't Flop champion because Don't Flop have there are no UK Battle Rap champions at the moment that at least are in that the titles aren't being defended actively. And that just seems mad to me. Just, that's mad. Anyway, sorry.
Listen, fuck this battle. I should just stomp your face in. Because I got punches that can rival the Hulk's. That's abomination. I'm on these...
Oh, for God's sake.
I'm on the streets.
Jesus Christ, lad. Yeah. That's strong. I'm just going to pause for a second and say, I'm really sorry about A, the burp, and B, the sweets. Again, if I could articulate to you how shitty I felt the last week and how shit I still feel, you'd understand why I didn't share a room with a bunch of you at the weekend. Honestly, you don't want any of this shit. It fucking sucks. But I wanted to apologize because I'm chewing and swallowing into a microphone. So sorry. Pagan, my friend, how are you keeping, sir? Good to see you. Right, let me rewind it a little bit because I stood all over this thing.
Listen, fuck this battle. I should just stomp your face in. Because I got punches that can rival the Hulk's. That's abomination. I'm on these streets. Zayn Azrai, no coronation.
Wow. He's gone off in the corner there.
No coronation. You phone Babe Station for the conversation. Listen, I took his mum the Novotel Hotel 3 times. Beat the pussy to death and won the Nobel Free Prize. His prize. Listen, he, guys, is a liar. He begged for this battle on the basis he was going to Australia for 9 years. Turns out he's going to visit his family for 4 days in Jamaica. Listen, fuck your family. I'ma leave them lot scarred. Who the fuck's your father? M.R.
Wow, I think Kingslee might be on the wrong end of this round.
As Robert Lewandowski. Me, Bloodstro, Bobby and Bowski. So do me a favour, lad. Mind your mouth or you'll get ironed out. Forget it, lad. I once raped a tiger in Mike Tyson's house. On his couch in his house. Listen, dangerous like Mighty Mouse. Curry goat is just slightly spicy.
Sorry, I just want to cut to...
Curry...
Just spare a thought for Stro, who is, again, just... all the things that are going through his head in terms of, well, there goes the monetization for this video. There's a couple of probable complaints from fans or audience members who have never ever encountered Oshea in any meaningful form that are going to take that to heart. Spare a thought for the audience members who really have no fucking idea what's happening right now. And then just spare a thought for every bar that someone's thinking of making in response to that or copying or... like... all of these thoughts are going through his head in real time, and yet he'll still arrive at the same conclusion. But it's like, God damn it, it's still nice to see Oshea performing, isn't it? Look at him.
Spicy scouse. Listen, listen. I can see you from a mile away. Slow comet. I'll let your ass down. Broke promise. Alcoholic. Pint of gin and no tonic. I leave for work with 21 seconds to go. So solid. Listen. I'll give you these
so
knuckles.
Random.
No Sonic. He said I'm one of his fucking biggest inspirations. Oh, stop it. Listen, I've been hooking up with his nan. The sex nasty. She said my sausage being baked, that's a Greg's pasty. I'm saying that again. I hooked up with his nan. The sex nasty. She said my sausage being baked, that's a Greg's pasty. Time.
Right. Let's just pause for a second, because here's the thing, man. You want to tell me that, because I don't think Sean Cray isn't in the tournament, I don't think. When you get to the later, again, think of it, if Prem's smart, okay, I'm not saying y'all stole my pitch. I'm just saying I made a video a month prior that sounds suspiciously like the fucking tournament that you announced. I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. Sort of. Like, again, think of it in the studio format. You've got the real, like, the meat and bones of the fucking presentation, i.e. the tournament. Okay, that's where your central interest lies. That's where hopefully all of your A plot and B plot happens. But then you've got to have your attractions, man. Bobby's an attraction. I'm sorry, but there's no one I can compare Bobby to in terms of how visceral he is. You know what I mean? I agree, Hadashrooms. That's a great... Because that's the thing, I said Kingslee's in trouble, because I think he is. If Kingslee doesn't respond accordingly, I'm giving this battle to Oshea. But anyways, you want to tell me that, again, in an era where stuff's got to be clippable, it's got to be irreverent, complex, blah, 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 blah. It's got to be all things to all men. The tournament is going to provide a lot of the body of that. You know, the intricate stuff, the fun stuff, the comedy. I think, though, the nostalgia will still play a part in the UK battle rap fandom to come, because there are fans... It's how a lot of wrestling fans get indoctrinated in the first place into the greatness of certain wrestlers, because they grow up around people that revere them, even though we didn't experience them. Like, I didn't experience Hulk Hogan. Like, in NWO, perhaps, but I was a SmackDown kid. You know, I watched SmackDown on Saturday mornings. I didn't watch Nitro on Friday nights or whenever it aired. Monday nights. But I knew how revered he was. You know what I mean? You need that guy knocking around from that era who maybe isn't on top anymore, but you show reverence to and you direct people to as an example, because then it gets people interested and invested in everything backwards. And then they can arrive back to this point. I feel like that's something that maybe needs to be looked at as far as how you incorporate those names at certain key moments in the tournament or in the presentation Premier Battles makes going forward. Because I think what you can do with that is you can hearken and pay homage to the past. I mean, I get you don't want to promote Don't Flop too much. I get that. But you do certainly want to promote Premier Battles. And I'm not saying that Premier Battles doesn't have anything that's historically relevant, especially since they started, because they have. There's plenty of battles that you could point to that have a significance in of themselves. But I am saying, though, that I think Premier Battles, if they're smart, are trying to embody battle rap fandom, not just Premier Battles fandom. They're trying to soak up all of the reverence that Don't Flop had or has. Excuse me. And now we're into nausea. Anyways, they're trying to soak up all of that in order to move forward with the fandom as it is, plus ingratiate new people. Nothing gets a movement momentum going than more people. You know what I mean? Like, if you can build momentum initially, it makes it easier and easier to gain that momentum. And the easiest way to do that is to strategically place guys like, and again, I know he said it's never going to happen, but imagine the fun Sean Cray and Oshea battle would be if you placed it at some stage in the tournament as a showcase. Again, it's a non-judge battle. It's just, hey, let's show you what battle rap can be in a certain context or whatever. The reason I say that is because, again, if you look at studio shows, again, I take Top Gear as the best example because of the niche nature of the fandom, i.e. cars. You know, you don't see, many really hardcore car conversations going on in your office. It tends to be quite a nerdy conversation compared to things like wrestling or football or whatever, where it's openly discussed. But they made that show work for an hour a week, and it ingratiated an entire nation to three guys because of their passion for it. I get that they're trying to ingratiate an audience to a new plethora of battlers. Kingslee is an example of that kind of person that they're trying to ingratiate a current generation to because of his age, his disposition, how confident he is, how good he is, how charismatic he is. But you need a smattering of everything. You need to be all things to all men. And if Premier Battles are smart, again, they're not limiting their pool to just new fans or current fans. They're trying to pick up the thread of what Don't Flop is currently dropping the ball with, which is they are not satisfying an existing audience that has lapsed. And I think that completely disregarding, again, that's why I look at the belt, man. Like, the fact that there are no champions, like, what, in one sense, I understand that because it means that there's no one to compare the tournament guys to. There's no one to make them feel like they're worse. Like, there's no champion that's sort of lurking in the background. But at the same time, I just think performers like that have got too much cachet and too much utility to just not do anything with. And I'm just saying that if at strategic points where maybe you see that the audience is sort of tapering off a little bit as you're building, throw one of those in just to snap them back to attention, bring them back in, let them know that you're still attentive to what they're asking for, but not completely compromising the vision, which is to move forward with new talent. That's all I'm saying. And I think that would make a lot of people happy on both sides. Anyways, I'm currently giving this 2-1 to Oshea unless Kingslee can come back with something. So let's go, Kingslee.
If you ring my phone, I'm not... Nah, that doesn't work. Yo, stop battling. That's the one.
That is the one.
Stop battling. He said I call Babe Station for the conversation. I don't. You've stopped answering.
Bless him.
Fucking hell. Lad, you've never walked past the pub without inspecting the Stella. Lad, you've never been to Greg's and spent less than a tenner.
Very good.
Lad, you've never walked past the pub without inspecting the Stella. Lad, you've never been to Greg's and spent less than a tenner. Type of kid in school that I would definitely terror. Type of kid in school that I would definitely terror. Fucking hell.
Ooh, come on, Kingslee, let's go.
Yo, make some noise.
Come on, Kingslee, let's go. Get it together, bub.
Well, the truth is, I'm a fucking hypocrite. It's tad depressing. And I'd like to call myself a pacifist and slap your head in. And I got so many weapons, it's a serious problem. If you say the word knife 3 times, I appear with a shotgun. You don't like the gun bars? I'm straight up call you a snitch. I'm Kingslee Thunder, mate. I show all what it is. I poke 4 in your ribs and I close doors in your hips. Yeah, and I ain't gonna stop until the facts are published. Catch me at the shark section of your local aquarium, demanding justice. And I ain't gonna stop until the facts are published. Catch me at the shark section of your local aquarium, demanding justice. Because these days, we ain't a fan of all that shite. These days, animals have rights. Yo, but O'Shea's on a card. Swear to God, I'm not excited. These days, I fancy a laugh. I will probably watch United. Like, look, these days, I fancy a laugh. I will probably watch United.
I mean, no offense, but like, Kingslee Thunder, young man, right? I can't remember how young he is. He's 20 odd, okay? You are too young to fully grasp how shit United are compared to the years that me and a lot of other Arsenal fans spent chasing our fucking tails with Ferguson in his relentless march towards complete and utter dominance. That's why, with all due respect, I get the City talk. I get the City talk about they're the greatest ever and all the rest of it. However, unless you lived through the Ferguson era and remember it, like I had to, with year after year after year, Arsenal produce phenomenal teams and yet be so woefully overmatched by the likes of Ferguson. And Ferguson having to overcome not only Wenger, but then Mourinho. There's going to be others I'm just forgetting off the top of my head. But like, you don't get to say that. I'm sorry, but you, like, I get that the United Liverpool rivalry is a thing, but you did not live through the fucking abject, depressing period that was United's dominance in the 90s, young man. You need to make more of a deal of that than it's just funny. It's the greatest. I take every pleasure seeing United suffer. Every pleasure. It's not even like, oh, they're so bad, I almost feel sorry. No. Never, ever, ever feel sorry for United. They deserve every morsel of disappointment they feel year on year right now. Every morsel.
These days I fancy a laugh, I will probably watch United. Lad, your facial situation is a proper horrid sighting. Like your bottom lip's having a party and your top lip's not invited. Yo, and I know me giving him advice is a little bit weird because this nerd has done stuff, but this is a beard. It's not even the punchline.
That's not even the punchline.
I know me giving him advice is a little bit weird because this nerd has done stuff, but this is a beard. You need to swerve that bum fluff. Like if I come to your crib, like if I come to your gaff, then I'm stealing your lady. I've been running out the crib like a mischievous baby.
It's good. It really, really only works when Marlowe does that or Shuff, because that's the kind of line that you've got to say with a certain pomp. It's fine. It's funny. I'm just saying.
And if I come to your gaff, then I'm stealing your lady. I've been running out the crib like a
mischievous baby.
And you can try out run me, but it's not going to happen. O'Shea's built like a bottle of Kraken. It's like you're hoping to piss me off, and I know that this prick is soft. You ain't holding a Klitschnikov, you would fold in the witness box. Lad, Coronation Street has been running for 72 years. And Osh hasn't missed it once.
Because he's old.
So I'm nearly done now. So don't be acting like you come from the ghetto. You walk your dog on Lark Lane and drink double espressos.
My boy. My boy.
Listen, prepping for this was a bit of a hassle. I almost done a full compliment round and realised that looked shit on the channel. But I also ain't trying to, it would have looked terrible. But I also ain't trying to downplay this moment. It's Oshea, fucking king of the castle, so I figured the best way I can show respect is to turn up and fucking give him a battle.
Yeah.
Listen, but real quick, to simply say this man is a veteran doesn't grasp the effect of him, and that's a fact, not a sentiment. Like, I'll dead all the sweet talk in a sec, but and this is really the last Oshea battle we're getting then. On behalf of this city, bro, thank you for everything.
Yeah.
Listen, that was a bit soppy, I'm not going out like that. Listen, yo, I am a motherfucking brilliant dancer. Ask me a question and I'll give you the answer. For example, I need someone in the crowd now. Just shout out like the hardest maths question you can think of. 75 times a million. Wow. Someone else. Anything.
Square root of 627.
Square root of
627.
Square root of 627. 10.
There you go. There you go. Let them both win. Hey, ties for everybody. Let's just say no one wins, no one loses. It was a tie. I think I have Oshea winning that one just because he was slicker and yeah, I agree how to shoot. But for the sake of fun, and because look, it's O'Shea's final battle and it's Kingslee's farewell match. Yeah. Draws for everybody. Draws are lovely. Draws are fun. Yeah, it was fun, wasn't it? Yeah. That's in many ways a quintessential classic Oshea battle. In many ways, not that I'm calling him old, but I'm just going to say it, a quintessential classic Kingslee Thunder battle. Exactly how you would anticipate it to go and how you would want it to go. Both guys having a lot of fun, exhibiting their stuff, playing with the crowd. It's good. It'd be really sad if, because that's what I'm saying, man. You can't tell me that that's why the Prem tournament isn't ultimately a great idea if this is the sort of matchup it could produce on a more regular basis, i.e. a renowned, solid, name within UK battle rap, like an Oshea, versus a more contemporary come-up performer where both of them look at each other as viable for different reasons. They're both bringing respective audiences. They're both bringing respective styles. They're both making each other look good and bad at the same time. Man, that's why I hope the tournament's successful, if no other reason, man, because I think it could be mutually beneficial. It doesn't have to be this idea where we have to find a guy, strap the rocket to him and push him to the top, or hang all of our hopes on him. It can become a thing where it's like, no, we've got a roster of performers. We've got a selection of people that can do a job for us and that can excel, that can entertain, that can deliver consistently. So yeah, man. I think again, if I'm gun to my head time, I'm giving it to Oshea. But I think on the strength of sentiment of young Kingslee Thunder at the end of that, I'll say it's a draw. What did you think? There are 3 people currently watching. There were 6 at one point before I shooed you away by saying I'm going to take a phone call. So sorry, I'm really sorry about that, but I wasn't going to break that phone call for anything, so you'll have to forgive me. Let me swap screens for a second, since nothing on that screen is now relevant. But yeah, this is what I was saying about the presentation element of my video from before. I really do believe that if Prem are smart, they will really lean into the studio pre-processed aspect of their production schedule and really make sure that when they drop something, it's a show, it's a showcase, it's a little bit of everything for everybody. Again, I don't know how much Shotty's involved. This is the thing, but given his background as a wrestling promoter now, as a long-time battle rap performer, as now a league owner, you would hope that he would take one of the kind of cornerstones of what wrestling philosophy is, which is the circus. It's got something for everybody. If you're not into the acrobats, you've got the strongman. If you're not into the strongman, you've got what do they call them? They used to call like the wonders of the world, that sort of thing. Like, oh, come and see the one-eyed man, and here's the bearded lady and stuff like that. Because then, yeah, you don't love everything, but you go to see the one thing that you really, really love. And I think so long as, and the key to that though is the consistency of knowing what you're gonna get. So I would hope that presentation element, that ability to be able to iron out all the creases and the kinks, and the ability to be able to showcase guys exactly how they want to, trying to give everyone an equal push in so much as, look, we're going to try and present you all as being great or good. Your job is just to make sure that you maximize that. That's what I hope they do. But I also hope that, again, they can utilize the time and the formatting of the show to maybe entice a battle like a Sean Crayer and an Oshea, because not only would that be immensely clippable, imagine the one-off lines and the random stuff and the moments that would generate from a battle like that. But from a live perspective, getting fans who mixing and matching, rather than showcasing it as like a headline, showcase it as a spectacle, as an attraction match. Keep the tournament as the A story, permeate B stories, have the guys in the tournament, form rivalries, peel off, battle each other for pride and all the rest of the sort of stuff. Others continue to vie for the title of the winner of the tournament and the money and all the rest of that sort of stuff. Really give everyone that watches something to hook onto, rather than trying to concentrate it too much, because I think when you do that, you'd end up in the same issue that battle rap has at the moment, which is it's niche. A lot of people keep making that point to me. I agree in terms of how it's presented, but it doesn't have to be. Like I've always said, battle rap is comedic, it's dramatic, it's competitive, but it can have, not predisposed, but certainly preconceptions that are ladled into it to give fans an idea of where you want them to go, where you want them to think, all the rest of that sort of stuff. It's immensely tailorable. And a battle like this showcases that. For me, this is a good battle for me to watch and reflect on, because it's exactly the kind of matchup that I think a lot of battle rap fans would like to see more contemporary versions of. Whether or not the quote top tiers veterans see it that way is a different thing, because I know I look at battle rap very differently from a lot of battlers. For instance, they look at it with a certain perspective that I just don't. as a consumer, I just can't really endorse. I can see where they're coming from, but I would argue that, again, I'm not approaching this as a battler. Like, even this watch along, I'm not watching it breaking down its content and its lines and all the rest of it. I imagine that's why you would watch a KOJ stream, and that's why I understand that Premier Battles would look to him as a pundit, because, or an analyst, because it makes all the sense in the world. He's got a personality, he's got a character of sorts, he's got an association with Prem, but he's got a certain skill level and a demeanor that denotes a level of respect within the community and the fandom that makes him ideal for not only capitalizing on the moments, but then also giving people who aren't as in tune with what battle rap is trying to get to than him being able to lay the groundwork for it. So I think that's good. The fact that if you can then mesh all that together, present it in a way that's, again, polished, consistent, clean, there's no reason why Kingslee Thunder versus Oshea type battle can't be something that we look forward to as fans of the live events in 6 months to a year on a more regular basis, because, again, the kind of person that the tournament is going to produce is going to be like a Kingslee Thunder. And then hopefully we get, again, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those, depending on how many the tournament permeates. Of course, not everyone will or can be a success. I'm getting pings about the Gyökeres deal now. If you're an Arsenal fan, today's a good day. We signed a striker. It only took us 5 years, but that's fine. Someone said the other day, like, he'll sign a goalkeeper and convert him to a striker before he signs a striker. And yeah, they're not wrong. But he signed one, so yay. Got a good deal as well. Excuse me. I really do believe that this tournament is a fantastic idea. I hope by this point I've banged on about it enough and Prem have done their sales pitch enough that you're going to give it a shot when it lands. I've rejoined the Patreon for Prem, so hopefully I'll be able to keep you abreast of what releases on the Patreon as we go. What I've sort of decided, I might end on this because I don't think anyone's watching now. If anyone's still watching, drop me a comment and say, hey, fuckface, I'm still watching. What I've decided is I'm going to utilize the Patreon to a certain degree because I do want to react to more videos on a more regular basis, or at least a more consistent basis. I don't want to always react to classics. I do want to react to more contemporary battles. What I don't want to do, though, is, especially if I'm going to be looking at the Patreon to see what's dropping on there, I don't want to react to stuff that's on the Patreon because it's behind a paywall, and I think that's such a shitty thing to do. What I will try and do is I'm going to try and speak to... I'll try and get hold of someone at Prem to say, hey, listen, I don't want to know everything about your business. However, I would love to know when the battles that are on the Patreon, do they have a preset time limit before they drop? Because what I'd love to do is I'd love to maybe pre-record a reaction, upload it, and have it drop the day after the Prem thing goes live on YouTube, so that, again, I'm not trying to stand on anyone's toes, but I am trying to get content out there, and I'm trying to be contemporary with the content that I cover. If that's interviews, great, ideally, but obviously not all interviews are always forthcoming. The live streams, though, are easy for me to sort of get in the can, so that would be kind of cool. So anyways, without further ado, it looks like everyone's signed off, so I think I will too. So listen, we've been going for nearly 2 hours. Jesus Christ. Thank you for bearing with me for that 10 minutes early. I appreciate you as always. Thanks a lot for tuning into the stream. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Kingslee Thunder, Oshea, you do good work, gentlemen. Yeah, I think we'll leave it there. So listen, thank you very much for joining me. Like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the channel for hopefully, again, still looking at trying to get some interviews over the line. We'll see what happens. But again, I wouldn't hold your breath for the time being because it's proving more and more difficult. I am also back to tell you what, I will just showcase very, very quickly, seeing as you might as well just, there's nothing there that I don't think apart from the porn. Oh, you can't see it. Move these over. As you can see, I have re-downloaded Steam, and I have got some games that I meant to review, and I never got around to. So I'm going to review, I'm going to play these games and get as close to completing them as I possibly can. Start releasing reviews for those, so you can get some game reviews in your life from this channel when I'm not covering battle rap content or interviewing people. So hopefully that'll be fun. So anyways, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you as always. I hope you are taking as good a care of yourself as you possibly can. Stay tuned for more shows and all that good stuff. And in the meantime, I'll see you on the next edition of The Halcyon Show.